Hello there, gang, and welcome to a Model Behavior news update. We are in the midst of San Diego Comic-Con season, so we're getting all the special reveals. And Hasbro, we've got our first offering from the Marvel Legends team for Comic-Con, and it is Deathshead. This is real exciting because this is one that I was hoping for and manifesting for the longest time. The intergalactic robot bounty hunter is here, and he's just got one of the most fun, weird, awesome, very unique designs in all of Marvel Comics, and a fun little backstory as well behind the scenes for anyone who didn't know. He was originally written for the Transformers comics, but the deal that Hasbro had with Marvel was that they would own any character who debuted in those Transformers comics. And when the Marvel higher-ups saw this design, they thought, nah, we're not going to let this guy go to the Transformers IP. So they made a one-page story in a couple of random comics featuring Deathshead, so that technically he appeared in the Marvel comics before the Transformers comics. Ergo, vis-a-vis concordedly, Marvel owns the rights to him. And now we've got Deathshead. And even more bizarrely, when he did appear in the Transformers comics, he debuted at a height of about 30 feet, as most Transformers are, so he could go toe-to-toe with them. He was originally hired as a bounty hunter to take out Galvatron, I think. But then getting even weirder, he meets up with British sci-fi legend Doctor Who, where he's then converted down to a more normal 7 foot tall for the Marvel Universe. And that's how we get Deathshead. So utterly bonkers and brilliantly realized in this figure here. First of all, with the packaging, I love what they've done with this trading card style packaging. You're really digging deep in with these 90s nostalgic kids right here, and I'm here for it. Because at first I thought it was weird. I didn't quite recognize it. I thought that packaging looks odd. Where have I seen that? And then someone was like, boom, it's the trading cards. Absolutely great. And then this figure here, he's got all the great accessories. Actually, before I go on to that, he's going to be available exclusively with bunny ears at Comic-Con, because technically you will be able to get him afterwards, they said, at selected retailers. Probably Hasbro Pulse, but I don't know, they might have different deals with different people. But the takeaway is, if you're not going to be at Comic-Con, you will still hopefully be able to get your hands on him. He's going to be $40. So not cheap, but at least you're getting a few extra options and extras with this guy. A cloth cape would have been nice, but hey, that's just me spitballing. But the fact that you've got the removable hands, the mace hand, which is very kind of iconic for Deathshead, and just all these sort of playability factors make this look really fun. I will say, I think that the bright colors and just the molded plastic with a lack of paint, he does look a little cheap in some pictures, I think. And it's a shame that we're getting with a lot of modern Marvel Legends where the plastic is just molded in that color of plastic with no extra paint. So it feels, dare I say, a little bit like a toy. And that's just unacceptable for my action figures. But I think you know what I mean there. Also, a few people have mentioned it would have been nice to have him where basically what's blue used to be green in the comics, I think in his initial appearance. But you know what? That's just begging for a re-release, isn't it? So, you know, eventually you might get that different version. For me personally, I like the blue. I find that it pops more. So that's it. That's your Deathshead news summary right there. And a little history as well. So gang, what do you think? Are you going to pick this guy up? Are you going to be at Comic-Con? If you are, let me know, because I'm kind of envious. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior. And while I've got you there, how about a quick word from this channel's sponsor, Legendsverse? If you're buying all of these Marvel Legends, then you're going to need some way of cataloging them. And this is where Legendsverse comes in. There's a whole bunch of different websites out there for cataloging and curating your Marvel Legends collections, but they don't all do what this site does. Not only that, but this site also covers Marvel Select, McFarlane, G.I. Joe. You're kind of spoiled for choice. For me personally, I'm not that analytical with my collection. But I love going into the vaults and the archives and seeing all these old figures. A big problem for me is I've discovered a whole bunch of Ben Reilly figures that I didn't know existed. And now I need to spend my money on them. So if you want to be tempted by what you didn't even know was out there, then go check out Legendsverse. They're a great website, a really good partner to work with here on this channel as well. Honestly, can't speak highly enough about them. Go check them out.